start today's video off with a little 5.3 goodness sounds right there. Hopefully the drone isn't too loud for you guys, and hopefully I'm not too shaky, but it's an OBS Chevy. It's very loud. That's just part of it. But I wanted to get an intro filmed while we're in the truck. So today we're doing something very different, something I don't usually do unless it's for a friend, but I figured, hey, might be good content, and the guy seems like a good guy from what I've talked to him a little bit that I have, and he's pretty serious, and I figured it's, I don't know, it's maybe my good deed for the month or something. So today we are going to take a look at a 97 12 valve, so a second gen 12 valve Cummins. It is an extended cab long bed. I think it's got pretty high miles on it, but man, it's cherry. I mean, it's a good looking truck. It looks all original, original manual truck. Nothing really done to it. That's what the guy wanted. He wants to make sure there's nothing really done to it. It's got some gauges. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with gauges. That's honestly being responsible. Just a pretty solid, clean, well-kept P-pump rig, which the gentleman is from Canada, and apparently they're really hard to find up there. This truck is like dark red and silver two-tone. It's really slick. It's all of it's there basically. Like, it's a clean, I think fairly high mileage truck, and he's wanting to make sure that it is what it's supposed to be before he flies down here, picks it up, and drives it home. So, and that's a haul. So he put his trust in me to go look at it, see if it's solid, and kind of give my 2 cents on it, maybe get a walk around video of it, just so he can get a better idea of what he would be getting into. And I believe if all goes well, he would either make the payment and come down, or come down with the payment and pay the man on site. But I have talked to both parties. They both are very serious. They're both, the seller's looking to sell and the buyer is very much looking to buy. He's been trying to find one of these trucks for a while, I guess, and they're just not super common up in Canada without being just roached out. So willing to do a guy solid. I would hope maybe someday somebody will do the same for me. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna try and get some footage whenever we get there, whenever I drive it. It looks to be a good truck, so let's find out if it is. And yeah, I'll kind of show you guys what it looks like whenever we get there, and hopefully it's all right with the other guy if I take some video, and just a different little experience here on the channel today. So let's get to it. So here is my conclusion of the second gen. First of all, the owner, what kind of person the owner is, and all that goes into effect whenever I'm purchasing something. If they're total douchebags, sorry, I'm not buying it from them, period. They gotta be a nice guy, they gotta be a good person. So that checks off. Dude, super nice guy. We talked, I mean, we got along. He's one of the good Cummins owners. He's a very nice guy. Had a good time talking with him. Second off, the truck is what he said it was. It was a very, very slick second gen that had its dents and dings, some PDR, and maybe a tad bit of body shop work in that back bed the bed, and that thing would be immaculate. I mean, it's for a 300, we downshifted. For a 300,000 mile second gen 12 valve, there was not a speck, bubble, nothing of rust. It was perfect in that aspect. Mechanically, it was perfectly sound. He had replaced, oh boy, this is, you guys can soak this up. I don't know if it'll be very good on camera. It's not near as good on camera as it is in person, but Missouri sunsets are pretty good too, believe it or not. So anyway, he kept up the truck very well. Anytime something started to give any sign of going bad, he had it replaced. All the main stuff where stuff usually leaks, he's had fixed. He's done a tappet cover gasket, the front gear case, whatever. He's had the gaskets up there done, valve cover gaskets, like all that stuff. It's got new starter, power steering pump. It has the upgraded Synergy steering stuff and track bar or track bars on both sides up front to reposition the axle. Literally everything that you would expect to replace in a second gen, because you might not like it. So steering, suspension, all that, he's touched, he's done. Power wise, it's a stock truck with gauges. It's just well taken care of. It has a new O'Reilly's clutch in it. Doesn't slip, nothing. I mean, for the power, I mean, it's making stock power. It does have a zero fuel plate that's slid forward a tad bit, but the truck still runs really clean. So he's not making so much power that he needs a dual disc or a South Bend or Valet or single disc. I mean, it's just not needed. He uses the truck as a truck. It has airbags. It has a B&W turnover ball in it. So he uses the truck. He's loaded it down, never had any issues. I mean, all around, it's very solid. It's an MV 4500 truck. So my 2 cents, I'm aware of what he wants for it. I'm not going to disclose that because it doesn't matter. I would pay that for the truck. It's very, very well kept. I mean, that's just all there is to it. That's an owner I would buy from, because I genuinely believe him about everything he said, and it showed. So he knew what he was talking about. He understood I knew what I was talking about, and it was just, it was good meeting him. Yeah, that's probably one of the cleanest 301,000 mile second gens that I have ever laid eyes on, so props to him. He said it came from Arkansas. It's kept in a garage. I mean, it's a very nice truck. So, not going to ramble on about it anymore. Hopefully, the gentleman from Canada does end up coming down and buying that truck, because it is well worth his money, in my personal opinion. And hopefully it works out for him. So I'm glad I could do my part. If you guys, I'm not just here to offer this out. I mean, if you guys are looking for a truck and you're willing to fly or something to the said location to buy said truck and drive it home, and you think that I'm in the close vicinity and you would like me to go look at it because you trust me or whatever, I'm more than happy to do that. Like I said, this guy paying for my gas and my dinner, and I'll be on my way. So yeah, I'm glad I could help out and kind of do my good deed. So that's what we did today or that's what we're gonna give you guys today for an upload. So hopefully, I don't know, this is a good learning experience. I just look for all the normal stuff that I know that goes wrong with those trucks. If you don't know that, there's plenty of videos out there about what you should look for. Obviously, in diesels, you look for blow-by. That's one of the first things I look for. I always look for rust. I don't like rust. Just kind of what's original, what's not, what's been added on, what's been tampered with wiring wise. I don't like people that have messed with wiring, because I hate wiring. I don't like fixing it. Yeah, you can tell what kind of owner it is just by the upgrades they've done. He's done a lot of preventative maintenance, so that kind of tells me more about the gentleman. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. I gotta look at my map. Yeah, so peace out. We'll see you guys later. Keep kicking it old school, and we will see you guys very, very shortly.